Hello everyone, my name is Kaiwen Guan. Now let me begin my presentation. The first part of the task is to predict the mean and the volatility of the stock return. For stock return, it's necessary to compute the daily return for the stock price. The module can to predict the mean is the army. The module can to predict the volatility is the gauge. I choose the PG for to the specific exercise. Then after the ADF test and the automatic selection of the best order, the value predicted by their model are compared with the original value as shown in this picture. And we can see that the army model is not very well. Then use the gauge model to predict the volatility. After using the automatic selection of the best order, the model fit on the training set is shown in this figure. The results show that the model performed well. However, the mean coefficient of the model is about equal to the 0, which implies that the model is not significant for the predicting long-term model change. In order to solve this problem, I using a rowing product method. That is, the best model chosen is filtered to each data point in the test set, and the prediction is made step by step. The prediction results as shown in these two figures. And in the task 2, I use the mean variance module to optimize the portfolio. I choose the last 10 years for the data in this part. Firstly, the first picture. I graph the stock price of the 5 companies over time. This step allows for an initial look at the volatility and the turns in each company's assets. This graph can also observe if they are very volatile periods during the start time, thus helping to provide the investor which more comprehensive information about the market when making decision. Then I plot the risk return graph. That's in the second graph. The results show that the KO is the low risk and low return assets, which is very suited for the risk hater, and the PJ is a low risk and the medium high return assets, which hints at the stability and the potential for the company stock. And the MSFT has the high risk and high return, which is very suited for the risk lower. And the JPM has the high risk among the 5 companies, but not have the high risk return. So I'm not recommending this asset. And then the analyzed current matrix is plotted in the third picture. The current matrix shows the risk correlation between the selected assets, which is important for constructing a better portfolio by split risk. The return as shown in the third picture. In terms of the individual assets, the KO assets possess the least risk, and the JPM assets has the more risky. For me-too assets propensity, MSFT and JPM, when there is volatility in the market, that leads to decrease in price, and the share price of both will decrease. So I'm not recommending these 2 assets. I recommend the PG and the MSFT. And then use the Monte Carlo simulation is performed to find the optimal weight and output. All portfolio generated by Monte Carlo simulation are then put in the risk return diagram to show the efficient frontier. The efficient frontier is the ensemble of the portfolio that the max return at the current level of risk. The result is in the fourth picture. So if you prefer tagging portfolio, usually usually you should choose the point which has the max Sharpe rate. And if you prefer to compute them according to your own averaging, you should use the portfolio whose utility function of outputs are the max. And in the task 3, in construct to return, where stock price only show a relationship between price level rather than a correlation between stocks. So using return allows investors to better understand which stocks will generate income for a portfolio rather than the change in price volatility. So I decided to use the daily return in my analysis. And the last, the left picture, the results show that there are 80.74% of the information in the original data can be cached, and if the first 15 principal companies are selected, they will return this percent original data information. Next, the portfolio weights are constructed from the components of the PCA. In order to help investors make optimal decision in investment management, I have used the Sharpe rate as an indicator and output it together. The result is shown in the right picture, and we can see the 8th portfolio is the best. Finally, I choose three different portfolio to do the back testing, and the result is in this picture. The reason for the emergency of eco-white portfolio that significant outperform other portfolio may be because eco-weighting avoids relying on certain stocks. It's better catch the trend when the market is in the good shape, and eco-weighted portfolio provide a more driver's suite portfolio, spreading the risk and avoiding the loss. In the last task, the task 4 requires the use of hierarchical crossing method on provided data set to allocate capital to different assets. The investment weights of the corresponding stock are formed. To accomplish this task, I firstly classify stock into different class or hierarchical based on the correlation between assets return through the tree constraint. After abandoning the hierarchical clustering structure of the assets, the correlation matrix is rearranged so that the strongly correlated assets are constructed together as much as possible to form an optics block diagonal form. Finally, assets allocation weights are determined using the recursive partitioning to distribute the risk bucket as evenly as possible at each level until weight is assigned to each asset. The final weight shown in this picture. And that's my presentation. Thank you.